Well, thank you for staying with us on the newsroom. I am Folashade Ogurinde. The Central Bank Governor, Godwin Emefiele, is before the Adult Committee of the House of Representatives, which is investigating the scarcity of the new Naira notes. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, had on Thursday said they would not hesitate to ask the Inspector General of Police, Usman Alkali Baba, to issue an arrest warrant on the Godwin Emefiele to compel the Central Bank chief to appear before the House. The Adult Committee of the House of Representatives, looking into the recall of old Naira notes, has rejected the 10-day extension granted by the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN. The governor of the CBN, Godwin Emefiele, earlier announced the extension of the deadline till 10th of February from the initial 31st January. Federal lawmakers have insisted that commercial banks must accept the old notes 3 months after the expiration of the deadline. Nigeria is again falling by 4 places on the latest Corruption Perception Index ranking released by Transparency International on Tuesday. Although in the 2022 ranking, Nigeria scored 24 out of 100 points, it fell from 150th to 154th out of 180 countries assessed in the 2022 ranking. According to the Civil Society Legislative Advocacy Center, the latest ranking on the level of corruption in the public sector indicates that the CPI index for the country has remained consistently low in the last 10 years, while the lack of transparency in Nigeria's security sector has weakened the country. The Nigerian Railway Corporation says it would resume train services on the Abuja-Kaduna Rail Corridor on Tuesday, January 31st, 2023. The announcement was made in a statement by the Director of Operations NRC Ni Ali on Monday. This is coming a few days after NRC was suspended operations on the route following the derailment of a train. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control and Prevention (NCDC) has confirmed the death of 37 persons from Lassa fever in the first 3 weeks of 2023. In its Lassa fever situation report published on Tuesday, the center explained that the number of deaths represents 15.1% of the 244 confirmed cases in 16 states across 50 local government areas. According to the NCDC, for week 3, 18 deaths were recorded out of 137 confirmed cases in 37 LGAs of 14 states. Chinese health officials say the country's current wave of COVID-19 infections is coming to an end. According to the country's Center for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, in a report, the number of severe COVID cases and deaths is trending downward. It also said there had been no obvious rebound during Lunar New Year holidays last week, where millions reunited for family gatherings. In business, the African Development Bank says it has put in place a $1.5 billion emergency food production facility to support food sufficiency in Africa. The president of the AFDB, Akiwumi Adesina, who made a disclosure when he paid a visit to the Ogun State Governor, Dapo Abiodun, on Monday, added that the facility became imperative as a result of the ongoing war between Ukraine and Russia, which had seen prices of wheat and maize rise. Additional added that the emergency food production facility would be supporting 34 countries with 20 million farmers producing roughly 38 million metric tons of food valued at $12 billion. NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg has said that the Western military alliance will continue to strengthen its partnership with Japan. Arriving in Tokyo from South Korea on Monday, where he had urged Seoul to increase its military support for Ukraine, Stoltenberg said his trip was aimed at strengthening relations between NATO and Japan. Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta has told the club to sign Declan Rice from West Ham United and Brighton's Moises Caicedo before 11 p.m. on Tuesday. The January transfer window ends on Tuesday, and the Gunners are believed to be working hard to bolster their squad with at least 2 additions. Caicedo has made it clear to his club that he wants to leave and his preference is to join Arsenal. And that's it from the newsroom. To join us at the top of the hour for more stories. I am Folashade Ogurinde. Bye for now.